I think we should continue. I think it's terrible, the behaviour that's happened here today again. But the council needs to stay united and focused on the issues we have in front of us. And it's the only way we're going to deal with it. And I would certainly agree with Bernard McGuinness's proposal there. If it is a proposal, I would second it, that we take the legal advice with all of us muted, and just the Paddy McMullen, the solicitor, and yourself. And if an adjournment then you wish to adjourn, then I have no problem with that either. But I'll tell you, we need to get a handle on the behaviour here, and it's terrible that we're all getting tired with the one brush. And I think, and I would ask Councillor McBurty to consider this in the interest of moving forward as a united council, to reflect on his comments and apologise and declare that he is willing to continue to work with the rest of us as a way to address and support those people out there who need our help and support. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor McMonagall. Councillor Albert Downey.
I support the sentiments of Councillor Bernard McGuinness, that we allow and listen to the information from the solicitor. I also think we should have 4A and 4B consumed and put to bed. And I also think our own image and the image of council is important, and it's important that we conduct and complete the business of the day. So I'm supporting and asking that we complete our meeting today, Chair.
Thank you. Councillor Jimmy Kavanagh.
Thanks, Kieran. Yeah, I just wanted to support what Councillor McGuinness said there, and the other speakers as well, Councillor McMonagall and Councillor Doherty. I think we should try and complete the meeting. We just simply can't go on like this. We don't know if it's going to be any different the next day we go in. We have to try and get our business done, and I think certainly we should take that legal advice from Paddy today. It's very important that we hear that, and we can't just keep adjourning meetings here. That we have to try and get the business done. But the issues that are arising, that are leading us to adjourn meetings, needs to be addressed. Thank you.
Thanks. Look, I've got the list to say. I'm going to take Ian McGarvey in because I know it's all for you, Ian. I'm going to come in. I'll take you, Michael McCaffrey. I'll take you after Terry and Frank, and then too, or Michael McMahon too. Go ahead, Ian. It only seems to play the begin when you can't unmute it. What?
Usually I send a request.
Ian, I think we'll be on mute if you get a request to unmute. You have to accept it on your end. I don't know if it's appeared on your screen.
Am I not done?
There you are now.
Mayor, I think it's quite regrettable that the level of debate has fallen to this level. Haven't been mayor of the council, thank goodness, for a full term. There never was a problem. We're still in there.
Yeah.
I think that shows very much disrespect to our legal advisor as well. When we take him in here and he's subject to listen to unnecessary abuse all around between ourselves, no matter who's at it. And I think he should be allowed to give his opinion to us that allows us, as someone suggested, to think about it no matter whether you adjourn the meeting or whether you don't. Because, as we know, then the decision will be taken, do we go public with that advice or do we retain that advice? And that's solely up to the members. And I think you couldn't ask for better when the members will decide on the course of this county council and what we're doing. Because, look, I might be guilty of saying certain things at a certain time, but never would I be offensive to any member and never would be a worse friend to them no matter what's going on. So, Mayor, I think a lesson has to be learned from today, and we should be able even to continue the meeting with a bit of sanity and go home and come back again and then you again and get over all we have gone through today and listen to. Mayor, I'll leave it at that, and I say as I welcome the legal advisor here as well.
Thanks, Ian.
Thanks very much too.
Thank you. Councillor Michael Mann.
Thanks, Chair. I'm supporting that we go ahead with the meeting and we finish our business today. There's no question about that. I think we shouldn't allow the vulgar language and the stuff that has been thrown out here today to any family is totally unacceptable, and I'm not going to sit in the chamber here and allow that to happen, because we all have a job of work to do. We're here elected democratically, and we'll be letting down the people if we don't continue our meeting and finish our business to the best of our ability. And the stuff and the accusations that's been made here today are totally unacceptable. And I think in the future, something certainly will have to be done about that. If people want to be slandering and calling names and bad language, you wouldn't hear it anywhere being done. And if we're parliamentarians, let us act like parliamentarians, not like backstreet gangsters. It's a total disgrace, farcical, a show. And I certainly, I'm not going to sit here and allow that to happen. And Jack, I pity in that chair, but you're doing a very good job there today. I want to thank you for that. But as elected reps, we shouldn't have to represent. We shouldn't have to listen to this stuff. We're here to do what we are elected to do, and we are going to do it. And nobody, and I mean nobody, I'm very annoyed and very upset about stuff that was said there today to members of the executive, to members of families of councillors. That's not acceptable, and it's not forthcoming, and we don't have to take it, nor are we going to take it. The last thing I'll say is this. I hope this is the end of the Zoom meetings. The next meetings of the council want to be somewhere where we can have a proper discussion and see one another, and that, because a lot of things coming through the day have been breaking down and sleeping, or whatever you call it, and we haven't heard some of the things. So I'm saying that we end the Zoom meetings as well. We get a premises that's forthcoming, and it has to be premises in Donegal that can fulfill a council meeting. So I'm making that a proposal today, that we end the Zoom meetings and go into proper rooms and have this without interruption, without fear, without intimidation. Not acceptable. I'd never accepted this in my life, and I'm not going to accept it now. Thank you, Cahill.
Thank you, Councillor Mann. You said that. Councillor Terry Crossan.
Chair, I would just like to take this opportunity to concur with the sentiments of Councillor Bernard McGuinness and Councillor Albert Doherty, and I think we should proceed with this meeting. We need to grasp the nettle here and get through this. I am totally abhorred by some of the commentary that was leveled at individual members. And people should desist from that sort of behaviour. Equally, people should desist from any type of subtle provocation. Also, I don't think it helps any issue, and people should take that on board. It's a highly charged situation here, and none of that carry on helps anything. Cheers, thank you. Chair.
Councillor Michael McClafferty, I know you're waving there. You haven't your hand up, but I've taken you in at that point.
Thanks, Chair. I think an apology should be tendered, first of all, Chair, to the people that got it there. To be fair, it's very offensive. There's no need for it. Both to my colleagues and to the executive, I think a chance should be offered of an apology, and if not that, I know everybody else wants to carry on. I would like to carry on too, but as respect to my colleagues and for the executive, I would just, my preference is abandon ship, scrap it for the day, because this is ridiculous. Because the next stage is going to be no different. And tell somebody that's in the grass nettle, all right, but now in the next few minutes. And if that can't be done, this is a shambles, a total circus, to be fair. And Chair, just for all respect to yourself, you have a difficult job. If it's a case of we carry on, unfortunately, I have to go the next 20 minutes of another point myself to go to. I didn't expect a second day in a row to be something like this. It's ridiculous. The public are getting on to myself. I'm sure we're all getting it to no end. Putting last week's meeting online without any of us knowing, YouTube last night or whatever time it was put up at, it's bloody ridiculous. It's crazy, and it's up to the council to do something about it. Thanks, Chair. Sorry for the trouble you're having all day, and to the executive, and condolences to the members as well. There's no need for this language being used.
Councillor O'Farrell, Councillor Gary Doherty. Frank, I'll let you back in, but I want to take Councillor O'Farrell first. Councillor Johnny O'Farrell.
Gormaid Harley, Kashantawa, Greenham, the Kanyushan, Maran, the Public, Horror Publish, Johan Shaw, and Corny Conde in the Almond, a brew, when you told Greekers of the Horkadine, the Cantra had come with the Tavon too. Agus due to go short arm and can shit or child tussle na me the land with the railers a new more quite on the green can you show which I love mean and all look more mahal than I'd care to get renewal so due to go chant on that tower that garage with railers a can you show I say she knew got a meal of my good.
Maybe it's English. Rasha, you want to translate that, please?
Yeah. The councillor is saying that he contends that it is very important that we continue with this meeting today, that it doesn't be adjourned, that the people have elected us to office and to work for them on their behalf, and that if the meeting was to be adjourned, when would the business of the meeting be concluded? It could run up to Christmas, and for that reason the councillor contends that it's very important that this meeting continues and completes its business today.
Councillor Gary Doherty.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. Look, like other speakers have said, Chair, I think what's going on here today for the second week in a row is shameful. We're all elected to be public representatives, and I don't think there's much representing the public going on here in the last while. While we're engaged in this farcical situation, I'm sure other members are getting phone calls from constituents about issues that are happening out there, because I know I've certainly had a number of phone calls from people, and I know that there are a couple of very important live issues in my own area that I need to be getting to deal with as well, because that's what I'm elected to do. I'm elected to represent the public, and the public want me to be doing my job. And as far as I'm concerned, what we're doing today isn't being a public representative. It's farcical and shameful, to be honest with you. But what I would ask is that I do think we need to carry on with the meeting. I can understand completely those who are saying that we need to adjourn, just as I understood it last week. But if we adjourn today again, I think we're setting a terrible precedent, because I think the business of this council meeting needs to be concluded. We're here again doing our job, and I say that when we're here doing our job, we deserve to be treated in a respectful and dignified manner. But we have a job to do, and it's a very important job. Let's not beat around the bush here. Like, there are plenty of other people that would have loved to have been elected to Donegal County Council, and plenty of people have tried and been unsuccessful in getting elected to Donegal County Council. We're in a very privileged position here, and I think it's important that we do carry on the work that we were elected to do, and I don't think we should be letting anybody or any behaviour get in the way of carrying out the role that we were elected to do. And that's why I'm fully sympathising with those who wish to adjourn the meeting. I honestly do. But I do feel that it's important that we conclude the meeting today, and that we carry out the job that we were elected to do, because I do feel it's extremely important. Thanks, Chair.
Right, I'll take in after that, but I would say since the last meeting, regrettably, was adjourned, I spoke to most of these, and I didn't speak to you personally. I spoke to representatives of your grouping, and like 100%, every single person said they wanted this council to work and they wanted to move forward productively. Everybody said that, and everybody said they wanted unity of purpose in this council. I think everybody was genuine in that. So I do think we all want that. So I think we just need cool heads. I need to show respect for each other, no insults. And I think we can do that. We can move forward. As Gary said, we're all in a very, very privileged position. We all be very proud to hold this position. But we need to carry it out with dignity, with honour. So if we can move forward, folks, I think we should, because I think we've got a very, very important work to do. Frank, obviously it was yourself who made the comments. I would ask you, can you apologise and withdraw the comments, and I hope that we can salvage this day, because none of us want to go back and getting those phone calls and getting slated in the media, all 37 of us, when we do this evening. Frank.
Well, first of all, thank you, Mayor, for letting me back in. Secondly, Paddy McMullen's a law officer, so he's heard everything that's went on here. Secondly, an off the cuff remark was made to me before you started in committee meeting reconvened, because there was difficulties with the recording and the video footage of the meeting itself, and it's been continued with some members on their commentary just there now. One comment basically attached to me that I'm a gangster. So I'd like to know what Paddy's got to say about some of the commentary that has been directed at me. The same as what the guards did when they tried to frame me for murder. The comments that have been made against me, not one member has mentioned them. Michael McClafferty, Liam Blaney, Tom Conahan, Nicholas Crossan, and many more councillors in this chamber today and the other day have slandered me and have slandered my family. And not only that, I'll say this on the record, and Paddy McMullen knows this, the Fianna Fáil party called me and my family gangsters and murderers. And I have the evidence to prove it. They want me to play it, I'll play it. I'll show them Adrian McGlinchey's book here of the statements taken by the Carty investigation and the many allegations made against the Fianna Fáil party. So, I'm asking Paddy as a law officer now to give the legal opinion who slandered who, because I wasn't in a committee meeting when I defended myself from a comment made by Councillor Liam Blaney stating that they should shut off me off the video. Full stop. That's basically what he said. So I don't apologise to Liam Blaney or to anybody in his family that tried to block a public inquiry into Garda corruption. Not only that, Dr. James McDade of the Fianna Fáil party called me and my family murderers. So Paddy McMullen knows this because his lawyers represented me in Letterkenny Garda Station and has represented me and my family for over 40 years. So I'm saying now, you intervene and you deal with the people that have made accusations against me. Councillor McMahon has called me a gangster. Councillor McMahon has called me a gangster. He called me a gangster. Councillor McMahon called me a gangster.
Like I said, there's consensus here. We're going to sit here and we're going to argue, and it's just it's deeply regrettable, folks.
Chairman, I can assure you, I have no more comment to make. I have no more comment to make.
Chairman,
I have no more comment to make, Chairman. Chairman,
this is ridiculous.
I have no more comment to make. I've said what I have to say in my own defence.
Majority of the meeting.